For our farewell season, billionaire author J.K. Rowling granted us a rare interview in Edinburgh, Scotland, the city she calls home. We sat down at the historic Balmoral Hotel. This is where she completed the final chapters of Harry Potter's wondrous journey. After selling more than 400 million copies of the series, it's hard to believe that 12 publishers rejected The Sorcerer's Stone. 13 turned out to be a lucky number. A publisher, bewitched by the spectacular tale, finally agreed to print it. J.K. signed the deal with a warning from her agent: "You'll never make money writing children's books." Isn't it interesting how, when you first get to understand what having money can do, like you had to realize, oh, I don't have to be in a situation where
Did you feel that?
Oh,
did it take you a while to understand?
And it still is.
And me too.
And it still does.
Me too.
It still does.
I think it's that moment where you look, you're trying to choose between two things.
Oh, and that's happening to me.
And you realize, actually,
I could get both. I could get both.
But you've not lived like that for so long.
Yes, and you know why? Because you understand what 25 pounds is.
Exactly.
Or,
always.
Yes.
Always.
Or $100 is. You understand
that? So extravagant.
Yes. In the United States, you're known as the first billionaire author.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how has being the first billionaire author affected your perception of yourself?
I dress better. But that's not just about money, because you meet lots of rich people who dress atrociously. It's more that you can afford to, well, you can definitely afford better clothes. I think the single biggest thing that money gave me, and obviously I came from a place where I was a single mother, and it really was hand to mouth at one point. It was as literally as poor as you can get in Britain without being homeless at one point. If you've ever been there, you will never, ever take for granted that you don't need to worry. Never.
Are you in a place now where you can accept that you will always be rich?
No. Are you?
Kinda. Getting there.
Really? I hope that sounds good.
Unless I'm a complete
fool. That's it, unless I'm a fool. So, and you know what? I've never been a fool with money, so why do I worry? But I do. I think, God, if I blew this, how could I look everyone in the face?
Psychologically, it's a difficult thing to come to terms with, because it's like saying, not allowing room for never say never.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And I feel, I don't want to get complacent. I don't want to take for granted.
Correct.
I just, and after all, well, do you know what? I'm talking absolute rubbish, aren't I? I'm talking rubbish. I mean, I really would have to be very stupid. But, yeah, I do still worry.
Really?
Yeah. Not all the time. I mean, mostly I feel great.
What do you actually think money has done for you? What does it do?
It frees you. That's what it does. It frees you. That's why it's like a superpower. It frees you. I mean, we don't have the luxury of literally being able to sit down and say, where should we go for our holiday? And not be in any way limited. I hear you don't drive. No, I don't drive. No. Cars terrify me. I'm really frightened of cars.
So do you have a driver?
Lately, I have had a driver. Very lately.
You still take the bus. I read that you still take the bus.
Occasionally, within the last year, I've taken the bus, definitely, yeah.
Did you ever imagine your life being the way it is now?
No. Never. And I really, really mean never. It overshot the mark so ridiculously that I was so unprepared for it. This is the thing I think I've never really spoken about. I was a writer. I had no one near me, either professionally or personally, who could in any way help me when I had questions like, what do you do when the press is searching your bins? This really crazy stuff that happens, the stuff that makes you feel...
Well, that doesn't happen to most writers,
Well, exactly. Exactly. So it took everyone around me totally by surprise.
Like if you're an actress, you can expect that.
Of course, that if I'm wildly successful, that stuff will happen. I'm not going to like it, but that will happen. But as a writer, there's no way you're thinking, if I'm wildly successful, they will want long lens photographs of me on the beach in a bikini. never occurred to me in a million years.
So weren't prepared for it?
Totally unprepared and really running scared for a while.